Hey everybody, the Johnny Cage here, welcoming you back for more Let's Play Pokemon Leaf Green. This time we're in the spooky Pokemon Tower fighting many channelers with our Ghastlies. You know what the great thing about the channelers is that they only have like one or two Pokemon ever, which is, you know, great. And guess what I've got? My Beastly, I have changed into a Ninetales. Ha 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 ha! Feel my power! Oh, I gotta say, it was one level away from Vulpix's learning Flamethrower, and when it finally did, I'm just like, you know what? Let's make the move, let's turn it into Ninetales, because even as Ninetales, it can still learn Fire Spin. Unfortunately, it doesn't learn Fire Blast, which is, you know, the ultimate fire move, and if I'm going to have a fire Pokemon, I really prefer that they had that, you know. Grass Pokemon, they have their Solar Beam, Water Pokemon have their Hydro Pump, Psychic Pokemon have their Psychic, and Fire Pokemon, you know, if they don't have it, then it's a real downer. It's a real negative mark against them if they don't have that ultimate move. But we're just kicking the hell out of these channelers. Man, kicking the hell out of them. That sounds like something that would happen. No, I missed an item. I better go back for it. I'm also using repels in this area just because I didn't really use repels very much up till this point, but I'm really, you know, appreciating them. They're just, I kind of just don't like to spend the money on them. It's paying off because I'm not running into a lot of battles. Although I don't think you get into too many battles in the Pokemon Tower. As I was running through here, kind of doing some leveling, getting my Ghastly and Cubone, which will make their appearance very shortly. You don't run into them all that much, not compared to like places like the Rock Tunnel and Mountain Moon. You know, other places where it gets really annoying with the amount that you run into. But anyhow, we're gonna switch up to our new Pokemon soon enough as we make our way through this. I don't know, what is it? Just tower. I wanted to call it like a labyrinth or a maze, but it's not. It's just a bunch of gravestones. You know what? And that's another thing about the gravestones. You know, there are a lot of Pokemon in this world. There have got to be easily more Pokemon than people, at least in this Johto region. And I think that there must be a lot of corpses of dead Pokemon lying around, because seriously, have you seen the Viridian Forest? It's swarming with bugs and other weird Pokemon. That forest should just be a forest of skeletons, of like Caterpie skeletons, and oh god, you can only think of the horrors of walking through that forest if it was real. I don't even want to think about it. These channelers, look at their eyes. They've seen it. You can tell. They've seen things they cannot unsee. Alright, so we got the elixir. Beat me not. Ooh, like the Yoda kind of quote there. That was nice. Oh, guess what? Only one, and it's always a Ghastly. It's always around level like 20 or less, or in this case 22. It really doesn't matter. Flamethrower, bam, instant kill. Everyone's happy. You know, if you draw a line out of completionists versus speedrunners, I definitely fall along the lines of a speedrunner. I'm not much of a completionist. You know, I grew up playing Nintendo and Super Nintendo games where they didn't have a lot of side missions to them necessarily, which is why even like newer games like Final Fantasy X, for instance, I have the strategy guide to it, but I've never 100% completed that game, even though I really like it. It's one of my favorite RPGs, one of my favorite Final Fantasies, but, you know, I just beat the game. That's what I do. That's what I grew up with. It's just kind of the way I roll. So, you know, if there's something that I miss, or you think that I'm overpowered too, you know, because I would prefer to make these matches where I'm overpowered and, you know, kill an enemy instantly, rather than be a lower level and have this a really long, dragged out fight. So here we go. Here comes my scoliosis that was recommended to me for my Cubone. Oh man, so I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell scoliosis at all. I believe there's an I, not a Y, but you know what, it looks great. And I gotta say, I am really surprised with how great Scoliosis is, who is now Marowak, by the way. But man, this guy can learn Aerial Ace. I was like, are you serious? Aerial Ace? I could not believe that, because it's one of the best flying moves in the game, and Cubone is a ground Pokemon, so that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But I took a look at his move list as far as TMs that he can learn, and he can learn a whole bunch of stuff. He can learn like some of the better psychic moves and obviously aerial ace. He can learn a whole slew of stuff. So he's definitely not just limited to being a ground Pokemon, and I also like him because he's definitely more of a strength and defense type, which is, of course, up my alley. And, you know, that's the way I play. I've said that way too many times. Ooh, a Haunter. Well, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think there'll be any match for aerial acing. I'd like to see Marowak do aerial ace. Like, what does that move look like? Does it suddenly grow wings and fly at them and like cut them in half with their wing, and their blood everywhere, and the Pokemon Tower, and blood, and screaming, and channelers, I digress. But hey, this is a good part of the game to be playing for October at least, right? So it's really starting to finally feel like Halloween out there too now. It's starting to get nice and chilly out there. All the leaves are falling off the trees. Finally starting to see some good horror movies on TV. I just watched The Shining the other day. Oh man, if you've never seen The Shining, I'm a big Stanley Kubrick fan. If you've never seen The Shining uncut, I should say, especially the uncut version of The Shining, scary as hell. That is a freaking scary movie, and I would totally recommend anyone see that uncut that's never seen it before, because it's still pretty chilling to this day. I'm also watching Angry Video Game Nerd James Rolfe on his Cinemassacre.com channel. Not channel, website actually, sorry, because he's a higher up guy like that. But he's doing the Monster Madness, which he does every year, and this year he's going through sequels, and he just started doing all of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and oh man, those movies are so good and bad. Like, the first couple of them, really good, scary movies, and then they get really cheesy after that, but man, oh, I love it. Love them a lot more than I like the new one. The new one was alright, but at least it was better than the remake of Friday the 13th, I can definitely say that much, but still, not that great of a movie, all in all. I'll stick to the older stuff for horror, thank you very much. Oh man, look at this, just aerial ace over and over again. Not like these Ghastlies have much of a chance. You know, ghost Pokemon are really got like the short end of the stick in these games. There aren't many of them, of course. There's only like Ghastly, Haunter, and Gengar, and I'm not sure if any other Pokemon like share the ghost type. Maybe they do, and I'm just not sure, but I'm pretty sure none of them do. And that just makes it, you know, weird to level one up, because, you know, I'll bring out my Haunter pretty soon, but I just don't see like why they wouldn't pay more attention to that type of monster. Like, it's definitely a type that people would want to play with. I certainly want to, but you have a lot of moves that they do that aren't very powerful, or just don't even affect them at all. But then there are moves that affect the ghost Pokemon that seem like they won't affect them at all. Ooh, there's my Haunter right there. Yeah, we'll switch him out, bring him in. Tack recommended him to me. He wanted him to be called, he sent me a message yesterday saying that he wanted him to be called Burp Derp, which is an awesome name, but unfortunately, as you guys know, I play a little bit further in than what I'm actually putting out on YouTube, so I already had the guy chosen, but I'm stopping my playing of Pokemon. I haven't played it in a few days, actually. I've got quite a bit of backlog, so we'll let that catch up. You know, we got Shadow Punch. That works. I like how ghost moves are super effective against ghosts. That kind of doesn't make any sense to me. But another thing that doesn't make sense is that really physical moves like Bite are really effective against ghosts too. And I can't think of a more physical kind of a move than Bite is. You know, sinking your teeth into somebody or something, and it's a ghost. That just doesn't seem like it would make any sense. But you know, then again, you know, Marowak having aerial ace doesn't make any sense to me at all either. But just kind of go along with it. I like how I did a lick accidentally there, and it's super effective and still knocks out a level 24 Ghastly in one shot. That's ridiculous. Oh, something fell out? Is that what she said? I don't want to know what it was, that's for sure. So let's see what we got here. We got a rare candy! Yay! Rare candies! They probably taste delicious, I would imagine. Begone, intruders! Oh, here's our fight with the Marowak. The Mamo Marowak, who you cannot catch. You just have to fight it and put it to rest, which is, you know, very cryptic, but you know, that's what the crazy Pokemon Tower is all about. It doesn't affect Haunter. Well, that's good, but then again, I don't have a lot of moves that are really effective against Marowak. Right. It makes ground moves miss with Levitate. Okay, now see, I don't want to make myself like, I want my guy to win, obviously, but it's Boomerang. I would assume he throws the bone in the air. If he's levitating, it shouldn't matter. That's a move that's meant to strike something that's in the air, I would imagine. I don't know. Pokemon just makes less and less more sense to me. Still a solid game, though. And then you come here to the top of the Pokemon Tower, and who's waiting for you? Some very symmetrically lined up guards for Team Rocket. Oh, their evil villainy. What are they doing here? What are they doing in any of the places where they're at? You never actually see them doing anything evil at all. This is why you should have the opportunity to join Team Rocket, take over, and cause some real scum and villainy to spread across this great land of Johto. But anyway, I digress. Is this Johto, or is this Kanto? Oh jeez, I probably messed myself up the first time I said that. I don't really remember. Anyhow, so they've got more, really, like, Team Rocket always has the standard fare of Pokemon. They always have Coughings, or Golbats, or Zubats, just weird like poison flying type stuff that you don't see, that you would not use yourself, that you don't see many other people using. I don't know, I don't get it, but anyhow, there he goes down with the Shadow Punch. 915, that's a level up for Haunter right there. I like how I named the Ghastly Haunter, and now he's Haunter. He's Haunter. Oh, we're just trying to learn Dream Eater. You know what I did accidentally? I got rid of Hypnosis, which sucks, because I really like this move. I love the fact that it's, a dual-purpose move. Or not dual-purpose, but it's a move that goes in combination with another move, which is the only one like that in the game, which is really cool, because you do Hypnosis, and then you do Dream Eater, and you give them that Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street, eat their dream kind of thing, which is really pretty cool. I like that. I wish they would have done more kind of combinations like that, and I can't really think of anything that they would do like that off the top of my head. Like, they have, Focus Energy and pump up moves. I know, like, Machop has one that you just get them Focus Energy and you get them pumped up and ready to unleash a monstrous attack. You got stuff like Hyper Beam, which takes a turn to charge. So does Solar Beam. But I don't know, I'm kind of partial to moves like that go in combination or take a turn to set up. It's kind of cool. It just adds a different element to the game rather than just attack, push button, go, a little bit. Oh my gosh, self-destruct, holy crap. Oh, wow. Well, I guess that's Bulbasex's time on screen for this episode. Alright, let's go with the Derp-a-Derp. Derp. I love Derp-a-Derp. Look at him. He's like, I don't know what I'm doing here. This place is weird. Hit him with the Tri-Attack. Hey! Instant kill, that's what I thought. Down goes the Drowsy. Down he goes. Player defeated Team Rocket Grunt. Please, no more. Now, don't you think that the Team Rocket Grunt would just be like, I'm much older than you and bigger and stronger than you, so I'm just gonna beat the crap out of you, seeing as how we're in the top floor of this Pokemon Tower where hardly anyone is except for these weird channeler people, and no one's gonna believe a word they say anyway, because they're tripping on something hard down there. So, I don't know. Maybe he just has maybe he just starts rethinking his life when I beat him. He's like, I'm just gonna go off and be that dentist like Mom always wanted me to be, or something weird like that. I don't know. Team Rocket, never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Well, actually, you will, because they don't seem to do anything evil whatsoever. But anyhow, maybe it's a big deal in this kind of crazy Pokemon world, but in this world, not so much. Not in the real world. Oh man, I would still love if Pokemon were in the real world. Everyone would just quit their jobs and just capture Pokemon all day long, and set up gyms, and people would have badges. It'd probably be very violent. There'd be a lot of Pokemon-related deaths. Like, Team Rocket would be a gang of people that would really kill other people and take their Pokemon. Man, that's dark. It's like There Will Be Brawl, if you've ever seen that, which is like a real live-action depiction of what Super Smash Bros. Brawl would be like. Oh, that's pretty crazy. So here's Mr. Fuji. Let's get back to happy things. So yeah, we laid Marowak's spirit to rest. Mr. Fuji takes us back to his house with all these children in it and Pokemon. Kind of questionable if you ask me. But anyhow, he gives us the Pokey Flute, which will allow us to wake up Snorlax finally and move on. So that's all the time I have for today. This has been the Johnny Cage. Subscribe, like, comment if you have not. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We are going to make our way towards Fuchsia City. Later on, guys.